Okie dokie, thank you very much. I'll see you on the other side. Right, everybody, you've just seen what it looks like in the background with me talking to Richard, and he's laughing his head off. So I'm going to watch this on replay afterwards to see how much of a twit box I look like. Right, Richard's laughing his head off because basically he didn't do the thing that you expect. 5, 4, 3. Richard's going to give me an intro, so you all need to pretend none of that happened. We're going to put these in as bloopers. Right, Richard, just start on the intro, please. Hello everybody. It's going to be one of them evenings. It was like that yesterday at Spiritual Church, and now it's happened on here. Why not? I hope you're all laughing. I don't see your comments until after the show, so I hope you're all having a good giggle. So let's pretend none of that happened. That was our bloopers. So hello, welcome. This is this is Heavenly Sprinkles by Claire Pasterfield. I am Heavenly Sprinkles. I am your host for this evening, and you have got me for about an hour or so. So I hope you're all well. I know we're getting near to the weekend, so how amazing is that? I will do some hellos and then I'll explain who I am if you are new. Please, by all means, drop down a hello. Let us know if you're new. Let us know where you are. Because remember, if you've watched me before, everybody lives in Essex. I know that's not the truth, but in my little world, everybody lives in Essex, Essex, England. So pop down your hellos, we'll do some chat, and we'll do my lovely little poem night to a share. So hello, Limo Di Pimo, lovely to see you. Hello, sweeties, hello, lovely to see you. Hello, Terry, how are you? And she says good evening to Claire and Richard, and I know Richard is saying hello back. So Richard says, hiya. Debs, you think that was funny? That's the whole point. Spirit want us to have a laugh, and definitely with me, we do this with heavenly magic. Marcus is having a bit of a giggle as well. Hello, Marcus. I am so glad you're all having fun, because this is the whole point. Joanne, you're giving me loads of giggles, even to the point that you kind of rolled over. Hello, Joanne. I'm glad you found it funny. Good evening, Kathleen. There'll be loads of people joining now going, what on earth are they going on? Watch us on replay and you'll see the beginning. So good evening, Kathleen. I hope you are well. Hello, Kerry. Lovely to see you. Loving the little bird. Hope you're all well. Go. Marcus is from Grimsby. That's not near Essex. I know that one. Hello, Joe. Lovely to meet you. Joe runs a lovely spiritual centre in England. So lovely to see you, Joe. How are you? Hope you're well. Hi, Gal. Lovely to see you. I always end up doing sing-songy. Hi, Danielle, lovely to see you. And I see you're watching us from YouTube. So what I will say is if you are finding that Facebook is being wibbly-wobbly, as I say, you can watch SPTV on YouTube. And if YouTube is playing wibbly-wobbly, you can come and watch SPTV on Facebook. All you've got to do is type in Spiritual Psychics TV. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Stacey. And hello, saying hello to Richard as well. Hello. Hi, Kerry. It says good evening to all. Now, if you recognise a name, even if you're not friends, by all means, say hello to each other. We are a community here at SPTV, and I do encourage it on my own page and sort of say, if you recognise a name, say hello. Hello, Stephen. Now, there was a bit of a stroke with Stephen. Stephen, lovely Richard in my ear. He was helping me with names of songs. We've joked that he is now Richard III. So I've got a lovely Stephen on there. I will explain who Richard is if you don't know. Hi, you're Marcus, you're new. So as you know, a few people have referred to Richard. I refer to Richard as reference. Okay, left to my, that way, Rich. Am I going the right way? Thank you. I'm just to move. Apparently I needed to move. Lovely. So Richard is the producer, or as I joke, he is my digital spirit guide. For about an hour or so, he has to put up with me, or maybe I need to put up with Richard. We haven't quite figured that one out. So if you ever hear me refer to Richard, I'm chatting to Richard, our producer. Hi, Amanda. Lovely to see you. I hope you are well. Just checking. Richard just throwing me some more names. Hello, Arlene. I hope I've said your name right. Good afternoon. So I presume you are not in the UK for it to be an afternoon. Hi, Tina. She says hello to Claire, Richard, and everyone here. Excellent. do a few more hellos, and then we'll just chat about what this show is about. Hi Lee, hope you are well, and you're no welcome. Hello. Just getting me some more. Hello, Dawny. Oh, and Dawny's got to say hello to Vicky. So I hope whoever Vicky is, hope you're saying back as well, Vicky. We like to do some hellos. And hello, Sue. Lovely to see you. Good evening. Hi, Natalie. I'm loving the little doggy. And I know she says hello to Claire and Richard. So hello, Natalie. Hi, Kerry. And Kerry is watching from Facebook. I want to say TikTok for a second. Why am I in the world of TikTok? Okay. Right, Stacey, we've got to hear this. So this is when I go. I thought for a while that Richard was your actual spirit guide until I heard another medium refer to Richard. Maybe my Richard, who's in his ear, maybe he's just a bit of a gets around as a spirit guide. But yes, I joke and call him, I'm being really cheeky, he's burst in his ear. Maybe just getting around. He just said, I don't get around. You embarrassed me this afternoon, Richard, with doing this, so shush. Hello, Andrew, love you from Canada. No, Richard is the producer, but like I said, I jokingly call him my digital spirit guide because he helps me out so much when it comes to songs and lyrics. Hello, Eric, you're in Michigan. Definitely not England then. Right. Hello, Joanne. Lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you. Should we do one more hello, Richard, and then we'll go on to the show? We like to do hellos. I want to do some hello, Millie. Oh, and Millie said hello to Kim. So hopefully Kim has said hello back to you, Millie. So, right, we've done some hellos. We've raised our energy. I'll just explain who I am, what the show is about, and then we'll go on from there. So I am Claire, or I like to be known as Heavenly Sprinkles. You may have seen me jump on as Heavenly Sprinkles. I am a spiritual medium, and I go direct to people. Now, I say that very loosely because your lovely past loved ones go, you sure about that? And then every so often they like to throw me in a curveball and just sort of start talking to me, and then I've got to figure out who they are talking about. Now, I also do at the very beginning, when I do divine services, we do addresses. Now, Spirit knows that sometimes, and I know myself, I'm not always eloquent with words. So Spirit always says to me, go and find a poem that you're drawn to and share the poem. So what I like to do is just share my poem from Spirit is guided me. And then what we'll do is we'll go into our mediumship. Now, this is quite important for me recently. You'll see that there is the recognition awards that has just come up, SPTV's recognition awards. We will go through that a bit later. But it's about believing in myself. And I've also made a choice to do something still with SPT, obviously, but I'm doing something within my own spiritual journey. So this poem is called Believe in Yourself, because sometimes it is a bit hard for us to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and in your dream, though impossible things may seem. Someday, somehow, you will get through to the goal that you have in view. Mountains fall and seas divide before the one who is in his stride. Takes a hard road day by day, sweeping obstacles away. I don't know why I want to do that. Believe in yourself and in your plan. Say not, I cannot, but I can. The prize of life we fail to win because we doubt the power within. I've got to put my phone down now because that was on there. And for me, it was so important because sometimes we want to do something and we don't believe we can do it. And I can tell you, I have spent 20 odd years of my life not believing I was a medium. It took me until I was in my 40s to believe in it. And Spirit was like, making a point. But Spirit in your universe, divine universe, will know what's right for you. Things will come to you when it's the right. But the biggest thing is just reach for the stars and don't give up. Go for your dreams and know that the power is, as they say, the power is within. And I like to share these things because this is what I do when I do addresses. And I always find it's sometimes quite nice to have a little bit of a thought-provoking poem. Oh, brilliant. So I love hearing the poems, very peaceful. Oh, I'm glad. Well, we will continue with the poems then. I'm glad you really enjoyed it. So, as I said, Claire, spiritual medium. Now, how I work is I'm very free with my mediumship. And the reason being is, let's be honest, we're all individuals. Your past loved ones are individuals. And so what I sort of say to Spirit is, look, here's my energy. Communicate to me in the way they or the way your loved ones want to communicate. So they will give me dates, months, names, years, and all that jazz. I will pass that over because it's nice to have them bits of information. But what we want is the really unique stuff, the stuff that you come away and go, oh my days, that totally makes sense. And I've got a new one. I try and find a new one. So my new one yesterday was at Chelmsford Spiritualist Church, and all of a sudden I'm looking up and I can see this little spider web and this little spider. And Spirit's telling me, the person in Spirit's going, that's important, that's important. I'm going, spider web, why? But anyway, I went to the women, and look, I'm really sorry. I said, your lovely gentleman in Spirit is drawing me to this spider web. I haven't got a clue why they're going on about it. And the lady said to me, because there is a spider in our bathroom. She's me, and I won't go in that bathroom at the moment because I don't want to disturb the spider. So I was like, okay then. Later in the evening, she came up to me and I said about notes. And in the corner of the piece of paper where she'd written her notes, before I'd said it, she had drawn in the corner a spider web. Now, to me, I don't know why I'm seeing a spider web. I don't know why they're telling me, but the answer came there. And this is why we like little unique things. And this is what I always say to you all. If it doesn't make sense, that's fine. Just hold on to it. It will fall into place. Somebody will jog your memory or something will happen. You'll go, oh, that's what she was going on about, and you'll understand. And anything that doesn't make sense, just hold it. And one final thing is I will say is please don't stretch. If it doesn't feel right in your heart and it's more work with your mind, please don't stretch. Just hold it for the time being. It will fit into place. I try not to stretch. The minute I start stretching and start trying to make things fit or make things work better, I lose my connection to Spirit. And very, very finally, before we move into the mediumship, this is a communication relationship between you and I and your past loved ones. I trust your past loved ones 100% with their messages to me. I can't always guarantee sometimes that I'm going to be 100% right myself because I am human. However, you and I need to keep our communications going. We need to keep our link. So you are welcome to say, yes, Claire. No, Claire, I haven't got a clue what they're going on. Or as in Essex, I haven't got a Scooby. I haven't got a clue what they're talking about. But just please come back to me and say, yes, no, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense. If I say I don't understand something, you're welcome to feedback and know that. And with that, we've done all the usual bits. We've done all the kind of housework, as they say. Let's get on with some mediumship. So, right, Spirit. I went, lovely Richard. Can we have some names, please, Richard? And we will go from there and where I'm drawn to. Right. Okay. I want to go with, can I stick with Kerry Farmer, please, Richard? So, Kerry Farmer, I'd love to come to you if that's okay. So, the first thing I'll ask, is it okay for me to work with you? I know the answer is yes anyway, because obviously you put the emojis. However, I do it in spiritual churches, so I always ask. So, Kerry, I'd love to come and work with you. Now, Richard and I were singing before we even got on. Luckily, you didn't see that before the introduction. However, as I was coming through, and the songs just started coming through in my mind, I've got, sorry, Richard, start taking the Panadol tablets now. You're so vain. I bet you thought this song is about you. Yeah, he's gone off to go and get some Panadol tablets, I think. I need to recognise this song with you. This is not saying about you being vain. However, I like that melody. Who are you? This is a lovely lady in spirit. And as she comes forward, she gives me a feeling of being mum. If she's not your mum, she would be your nan. Now, I need to recognise this, it's, I want to do this. It's, you're so vain. I want to dance with this song. So if a song doesn't make sense, I know that there is a love of music and there is a love of the energy of music. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Kerry. I'm going to carry on because that was the first thing I got with the song, and then I'll carry on with it. Right. Pardon? Carly Simon. Carly Silent, who's that? Okay, then Richard told me Carly Simons is the person that sung that same. So we're now learning I need Richard to be with me forever when I'm on, when it comes to songs, because sometimes the singer of the song can make a sense. So Kerry, I don't know if the name Carly has any recognition. Anyway, my lovely lady, we'll move on for the song. If the song doesn't make sense, it's fine. I've given it. I don't need to worry. Right, okay, yes, you can take the song. Oh, brilliant. Right, I need to give you the name Peter as well for you, Kerry. That was the first name that's come through. What's some other names you want to give me? Right, I need to give you the name Carol as well. I know we had Carly, but I can see and hear an L in there. It feels like a Carol. Yeah, Carol or a Carly. I know I want to recognise an L name as well. What other name do I want? I want to give you the name Frank as well. Now, these can be people that have passed or people in spirit. I have yet to get spirit to start doing it, but then to be honest, I need to sit down with them anyway. Right, give me some months, sir. I want to recognise the 18th. This lady's telling me the 18th is important. It'd be a birthday, party, and an anniversary in or around the 18th. She tells me that September is important as well. So September is a month for you. What other month do you want to give me? I need to also give you, Kerry, October is important as a birthday, party, and anniversary. And I need to give you the month of May as well. So I need to give you May as well. There is also somebody like, oh, this lovely lady likes, I know a Carly. Okay, there's the Carly bit. Brilliant, thank you. There's the C and the L as well. She talks to me about somebody liking magnolias. And you can take Carol. Brilliant. Oh, thank you. I've got something like magnolia, as in the flower, and I've got gerberas. So she gives me a memory or a love of flowers, and I want to be with magnolia, and I want to also have, as I said, gerberas. So I know they're two different flowers, but I keep seeing lots of yellow and lots of orange around her for you and her. Right, okay. She just gives me, stepmum's October, but brilliant, thank you very much. She also gives me roses with you. Now, Rose obviously can be the name, so I don't know if you can take the name Rose or whether you can take roses. But again, I've got yellow. So either you or this lovely lady in spirit, mum, mother-in-law, that type of energy, she's got a maternal vibe for you, likes yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm just seeing yellow and orange around you. Okay, she is talking to me. She said she's giving you some healing. Now, I always think with spirit world, it's a bit of a nice thing how they give us healing from the spirit world, but it's a funny old thing because we can't actually have that conversation with them. But she is drawing to me about healing in and around my nan's garden. Okay, thank you, Kerry. I want to put some healing in around either you or somebody that's got some tummy troubles at the moment, because she's drawing to me about the importance of this orange and there being some here, and she's making me rub my tummy. So I don't know whether you've been having some tummy troubles or whether there's somebody that is around you that you love and support that can have some tummy trouble, because she's giving me this healing with this tummy troubles. Okay, yes, it's in good yellow. Brilliant, thank you. So I know the colour's really important. Right, okay, she's also given me, somebody's been poorly, definitely, because not only have I got the tummy upset, she's just given me like hot lemon and honey. So this lovely lady in spirit, she is giving me hot lemon and honey. So I need to give that. So if it's not somebody been poorly, it would be something she would recognise. Okay, she's also making a joke about have a hot toddy. Now, I know that's a hot drink with alcohol. If it's an Irish coffee, I could tell you, but I want to recognise a hot toddy. But I know she's talking to me about hot lemon and honey, so she's passing this in here. Right, okay. She's also coming in, and I asked her why she's here. She talks to me, I'm here to uplift Kerry. She's me, and I want to lift you up. She makes me feel that I need to lift her up and pick you up. Okay. She's talking to me about the fact that there's a feeling at the moment that you're here, there, and everywhere. She's here, there, and everywhere, but for you, the moment, there's not much balance for you. So a lot of people are either needing your love and your attention, or you're feeling like a lot of people are drawing upon your energy, because she's here, there, and everywhere, but she wants to uplift you. Okay, what else do you want? I've also got oracle cards with you. So, okay, thank you, my lovely. I've got oracle cards. Okay. My daughter said about, okay, so it's just to show you she's been given that healing there. Thank you. She's also talking to me about oracle cards. I can see oracle cards with her, but she did tea leaves, or somebody's talked about tea leaves, because she gave me the oracle cards, and then I am, okay, lemon, brilliant, thank you. Just seeing about the lemon and honey, thank you. But somebody's talked about doing tea leaves, or you've noticed something in a teacup. So I know there's a recognition of somebody doing oracle cards, I've got tea leaves. Somebody's looking in a teacup and seeing tea leaves, because she's sort of saying, somebody's got this, somebody's a seer. So she said, somebody's a seer. Okay, my lovely. And there is some new learning around you at the moment. But she says to me, she says, if I go, oh, your friend gave you some cards. Excellent. There's, thank you very much. Because she went, there's some learning, but you're not too sure just yet. She says, all in good time. All in good time. So there's a feeling at the moment that there is something that you want to do, whether it's spiritual or whatever. I've got learning, I can see books, so there's got to be some studying that's happening. And she's sort of saying it's all in good time. And I keep doing this. So she must have used her hand to talk with her hands, which is what I do anyway. Okay, because she's talking, there is some learning going on around you. Okay. Right, is there anything else you want for? I need to recognize two. Okay, I've got two cats in spirits. There's two animals in spirit, and it feels like there's two cats in spirit. I need to recognize two cats in spirit. Right, okay, so there's two animals, and it does feel like cats because she just went two cats. So I've got to put two. Right, okay, what else? Right, okay. Now I will say I've never had this before, but they're talking to me about, and it may not be you, it may be somebody that you support, and I'm conscious that it's a very sensitive subject, but she talks to me about a little one that didn't touch the ground. A little one didn't touch the ground. So there's a lady, your lovely lady in spirit. I don't know whether it's yourself, my lovely, or whether it's a family friend that she would have known, because she just wants to recognize that the little one that didn't touch the ground is with her. And I need to give that reassurance. Like I said, it may not be yourself. Obviously, it's a very sensitive subject, and I know we don't always talk about it with friends and family. So if it's not yourself, then please just hold it, because there'll be somebody around you that may open up, and you can say, oh, my lovely lady in spirit, my mother Nan has got the little one in spirit, because it's just to recognise. Okay. Brilliant, thank you. Like I said, it's a very new area for me, and I'm very, very conscious it's a very sensitive subject, but just wanted to give you that reassurance there, Kerry. And basically all in good time for you, my lovely. So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that gives you comfort, especially the last bit. And like I said, if it's not yourself, there will be somebody around you just for you to hold, because you may find that somebody opens up to you. And with that, Kerry, I shall say thank you so much for feeding back. It's been absolutely amazing with your communication. Okay, thank you very much, my lovely. I just wanted to give you that reassurance there, and just say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. Thank you very much. Brilliant. Thank you. And thank you very much. Okay. Right, Richard, would you mind bringing up some more names, please? I got, Richard's getting me back. He's getting me back. He's starting singing to me. That's my own fault for me singing him. I was just so funny. Right. Oh dear, now he's coughing away. See, and now he's gone mute. Oh, I've got some freedom. Yay! Right, okay, where am I going? Right, I've got a lovely gentleman. I've got a lovely gentleman. Right, Danielle. Oh, yes, Danielle, please. Richard, the lady before, who was talking about her haircut. I've got a gentleman in spirit. Hello, Danielle. Danielle Haslam, because I'm conscious that there's probably loads of Danielles out there. Danielle Haslam, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay, my lovely. Right, I've got a lovely gentleman in spirit here for you. He hasn't given me his relationship just yet. All I know is the first thing I need to talk about is having your nails done. Having your nails done. That's something that's happened recently. I don't know where that fits in the world, but I know I need to recognise about having your nails done. Okay, so you're actually going to give me who you are at the moment. Right, this gentleman is talking to me about being a granddad, but I want to not necessarily use the terminology of granddad. Yes, Danielle, you, my lovely. Danielle Haslam, you, my lovely, with the pink outfit, girl. You're rocking it. Brilliant. I just need the nails with it. Yep, right, we're there. Excellent. I've got this lovely gentleman in spirit. Now, like I said, I lost myself then for 2 seconds. As he is around me, and as he draws closer, I want to recognize that he is, as I said, a granddad, but I don't want to use granddad. It's like grandpa or that type of term. It's a terms of endearment for him. It's not like granddad. So my kids call my mum and dad silly nanny and silly granddad. There is a terms of endearment and just to granddads. This is what he passes over. February's important. Apparently, he's just told me February's important. It's a birthday, passing, and anniversary. What other month? And March is important. He tells me birthday, passing, and anniversary as well. What other month? And September's important. Birthday, passing, and anniversary. Your granddad's quite good, this gentleman, talking to me about these months. Right, you give me the throat. Right, okay, as he makes my throat croaky, this is when I need to recognise that there is something around you that either you want to voice or you want to, yeah, you need to voice it. There's something around you that you feel that you're not either feeling heard or you're feeling like, yeah, you're not being heard. Yeah, you're not, let's keep it simple. There's a sense of a feeling of you not being heard. Okie dokie. All right, okay. So he just wants to recognise about not feeling heard at the moment. Right, okay. He's also talking to me that you need to be a little bit more set. Thank you, sir. He talks to me about being a little bit more decisive at the moment. So there must be a situation around you where you feel that you're not being heard. However, he's telling me you need to be a little bit more decisive. You need to be a little bit more clearer what you do and don't want. Thank you, sir. It's because how on earth are they going to be able to work with what you want if you're not telling them? So there is a sense about you needed to be a little bit more clearer with where you want to go. And brilliant, February and September, they make sense as well. Okay. Right, there is a sense of, again, he's talking to me about you studying, either going back to studying or you gave up with studying. There's something about she needs to go back to her studying. So he wants to recognise you doing some studying and sort of either returning to studying or doing, doesn't have to be formal college, university and all that jazz. It can just be reading things that are interesting you. Okay, so I had that kind of feeling, okay, I'm not being heard. Okay, so that makes sense. Because he just wants you to acknowledge. And a lot of the time I find with our past loved ones, when we're feeling like we're not being heard, they come whooshing in to say, we hear you, to give us that reassurance that though we may feel we're not being heard on the earthly plane, doesn't mean that the spiritual world isn't hearing us. Our past loved ones aren't around. Right, okay. And Danielle, all of a sudden, he has planted in front of me a massive red pillow is what it looks like. It's like a cushion or a big red pillow. I've got a big, all I keep seeing is a red heart, like a cushion or a pillow, and then he gives me a blue nose bear, the old tatty blue nose bears, like Forever Friends bears, if you're old enough. But I know I keep getting this image of this red heart. So I don't know whether you've got, and it's a soft toy. So I don't know whether you've got a toy that's holding a red heart and it is a teddy bear, or whether you would be able to take a memory of receiving a gift from this gentleman with a teddy bear. Right, okay. He's also talking to me. Okay, so you've been talking. Okay, he is around you because he's heard you talking. Now, what he's also talking to me about is there is either you feel like you're hitting loggerheads with an individual. Now, this may well be where we're not thinking or we feel like we're not being heard, because he keeps doing this to me. So he keeps recognising about being hit with loggerheads. Okay. Then, okay, this person is going to have to accept it. It is what it is. Because he says to me, this feels like a male around you that just isn't able to see things from your point of view, and it's going to have to be a situation where you just accept difference of opinions, because he just says to me, this individual, this male is never going to fully understand. So there is a feeling that he understands it, and that your lovely granddad is very good at looking at things from different points of view. This individual at the moment is very, very set. So it's a kind of a agree to disagree. Don't worry about the red heart and the sofa and the teddy bear. Hold on to it. You never know, you might get a Valentine's present, because it was that type of gift. But hold on to it. There is this individual that there's a little bit of loggerhead, and it's just a case of agree to disagree for the time being. Okay, because you need to live your life the way you want to live it, is what your granddad's saying. And like I said, your granddad makes me feel that he was somebody that would, and I say would, does, because I get told off in spirit world because they still do, see things from different perspectives. And he just wants to come and give you just a little bit of reassurance that it's okay if not everybody agrees, but you need to be clearly defining what you want to do and where you want to go. Right, and I keep being told Where are you taking me? He's taking me to a restaurant. I'm finding what restaurant he's taking me to. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Where are you going, sir, with it? Right, I'll keep getting fish and chips, fish and chips, fish and chips with this gentleman. So I don't know whether this is a memory that you can take of either you being down to the seaside with him, or whether the fact that he just liked fish and chips, which good old England, we do like a fish Friday. But I keep seeing fish and chips, my lovely. But with that, I'm going to close your connection because he is just coming in just to give you that reassurance, just to sort of say, clearly define where you want to go. And with your studying, it will find its way back to you, my lovely. And I'm sure, no doubt, you will end up restudying again. And with that, I shall say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. And I hope that makes sense, Danielle. Okay, right, Richard, the spirit are on point tonight. Could we have something? Could we have another name, please, Richard? Here they come. Oh, we're singing that song. Richard, sing that song. Walking down the street. Well, okay. Right. I want to go to Debs, please, if that's okay, the person before. Thank you, please. Debs Lancaster, depends where you are in the world. Debs Lancaster, can I come to you? I hope I've said your surname right. It's that typical one, isn't it? It's Lancaster or Lancaster. I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay, Debs. No, that doesn't work. Richard just when it's caster, but that doesn't work, Richard, because I say Pasterfield and I say half past. I don't say half past. Otherwise, this is when you've got the Pasterfield. Should Pasterfield have an R in it? There we go. We're just starting to go on. If it is in the future, if it's a past, if it's in the past. No, if you're down south, it's either you forget your F's and your S's and everything else, and you just go down south and you go past because we're posh, and you go up north, it's grass and past. Anyway, we're going to end up talking about how we pronounce words. Debs, I do apologise. I hope you don't mind these little moments. But I know your loved ones in spirit like this little bit of banter as well. So you're Lancaster. I'm going Lancaster. I'll go that way. And I hope that makes sense. If not, I do apologise, Debs. Right, okay. As I'm connecting, I've got this gentleman coming around for you. As he comes through, he does give me a feeling of being dead. So I will ask his dad in spirit. Generally, because, oh, bless her, she said he'll take anything. Be careful with comments like that, Debs. As he's coming through, and I always ask you if I got the right relationship because I don't want to murder your family members. But as he's coming through, this gentleman, I've got to recognise a beard. They haven't done it for a long time actually, but your lovely gentleman is starting to overshadow me, and I can feel that I've either got a bit of a beard going on here, or I've got, at least got stubble, because I wanted to do this and I'm going like this. So I need to recognise that there is a gentleman in spirit with a stubble, but he feels more fatherly than anything else. Okay, I need to give you the name. We've got some names going. He gives me the name Gregory. Yes, Dad. Okay, thank you. I've got to give you the name Gregory. Now, this doesn't feel like this would be Dad's name. If it is, I'm well happy. But I know I need to recognise the name Gregory. So GR. Now I need to recognise this one. Right. Your dad also talks to me about allotments, gardens, carrots. I can see all of a sudden. I'm in a garden and I've got carrots and I've got runner beans. So either Dad was a good gardener, or whether you're a good gardener, or somebody's been talking about getting an allotment, because unfortunately the financial world is a bit bonkers at the moment. But I know I want to recognise garden and growing vegetables, and I need to recognise this as well. I also need to give you the name Harry. He's just passed over the name Harry to me. Harry. It sounds more like Harry than Henry, but I want to pass over the name Harry. So I know we've got Greg and I know we've got Harry. I've also just got to give you the name Maria. Not a problem. Like I said, if I get bang on the names, as I always say, I'm either on it like a car bonnet, as they say in Essex, or I'm completely off it. Rich is now just laughing at me. That's what you say down here. Oh, Now, which is telling me on it like a car bonnet. So I know that also means it, but down here you go, I'm on it like a car bonnet. And now Richard's being rude because he's in a naughty mood. I told you we're in a naughty mood. You need to watch our bloopers at the beginning. Okay, and you love, we're going back to Deb's, Richard. Deb says she loves gardening and I had a small allotment. That makes sense. Okay, right. You're like, I need to also give you the name Richard as well, as much as Harry was my dog. There we go, yay. I need to give the name Richard. Not my, you're welcome to have the producer Richard if you want. He's been twittling away in my ear, but I know I want to give you the name Richard as well, Debs. Okay, and like I said, I had that name Marie. So there's a Marie. I can hear that more like, yeah, Marie. I can hear, it's a sing-songy name, but anyway, I'll pass that over to you as well because it just gives me these names. Right. Okay, Marie. That's, yeah, it's a sing-songy. Name could be Marie. I'll go with it because I did, yeah. I'm not gonna stretch. If I stretch, then it's me talking. We lose our connection to your lovely dad in spirit. Right. Okay. So we come in that one. Right. Let me give me some months. Right. Okay. Who's giving me the 24th is important now. They're starting to give me dates, which is fantastic. They don't seem to want to time up to months at the moment, but never mind, that will come. So I need to give the 24th, would be a birthday, party, or an anniversary in or around, generally a day either side. I want to also give you the month of September is important, birthday, party, and anniversary. Like I said, it may not be September. What other month do you want to give me? I want to give you the month of May is important, birthday, party, and an anniversary, and I want to give you October. Unfortunately, they do not always follow with their calendars. They just throw me the months here. So I want to pass this over to you, these months for you. Right, okay. And as I was saying, May, somebody either loves or comes from the area where Darling Buds of May comes from. I don't know. I know I can see all the characters. Somebody likes Darling Buds of May, or somebody, I don't, why give me that? Give me some, right. Why give me that? Richard, you better find me where Darling Buds of Makeup is, because this is why I need Richard with me all the time when they throw things in here. But I don't know whether that makes sense to you. Oh, it's in Kent. Thank you. My Darling Buds of May would be set in Kent. I don't know why Spirit do these things to me, but they throw things in there. So either the area of Kent would be important for you, or whether somebody likes watching the Darling Buds of May or has been recently watching the rerun or the new version. Okay, oh, I get the stubble. My mum used to shave him after. Okay, because I know I really had all of this round here, so that makes sense. So, okay, come through. What else do you want to talk to her? Right, okay. Either your well-being no, okay, it's not well-being. All right, it doesn't want to use that word. Either your health or somebody's health has been deteriorating recently, or they're not in a really good place, is what he's talking to me about. Because he says to me, I'm coming in to help Debs and prop you up a bit. Now, this doesn't always mean that you're the one. I always worry when we get messages like that, because I don't want anybody to be poorly. But he's talking, if it's not yourself, you are helping somebody else. Because he's saying, I've come in to prop Debs up. So he's here to give you the support, whether it's yourself that's feeling a little bit poorly at the moment, or you're giving some help and support to somebody being poorly. But he's talking about, I'm propping up Debs for her. So he wants to reckon this. Okay, right. He's also telling me that to look out for pebbles with this gentleman. So I don't know whether you've noticed weird little pebbles in the way when you're walking, when there wouldn't be generally any stones anywhere. If it doesn't make sense to you at the moment, hold on to it. I'm known to still stay away from the feathers and the robins, because I think there are lots of other ways our past loved ones can come through with signs. But look out, you might find that weird pebbles are everywhere in a walkway that you wouldn't expect it. It would be something unique like that. You're on the mend. Okay, my lovely. I'm glad you're on the mend. But he is here to sort of prop you up. It's like, I need to just help her up a bit more. Okay. Yes, you have smelt his fragrance. He said to me, just reassure us, you have been aware of him, so you wasn't going completely bonkers when you just had that weird mare. And brilliant. There's that. I was on the beach yesterday. I look at, excellent. This is why I give everything, because it's the weird, unique things, as you said, weird, that you can go, oh my days. So yes, so keep an eye out for them pebbles, because you might find some more pebbles come out for you, Debs. Again, just little small things for you to come away and see that there is life after life. Okay. He's also talking to me about you not getting stressed out about thinning of the hair. So I don't know if I mean, I do suffer with alopecia. I have terrible moments where I lose patches of my own hair. So I do know how stressed it is. But I don't know whether yourself are suffering with a little bit of hair loss or somebody else is stressing about hair loss, because he's just telling me, don't tell him not to get stressed out. That doesn't help the situation. So he wants to recognize that somebody's feeling a little bit stressed out and it's showing in their hair. Right, okay, yes, I've sensed him, okay. We just sometimes need that little bit of reassurance for him. I've got to give you the name Tony as well. Tony, Tone, Anthony. So I need to pass over the name Tony, and I need to give you the name David as well. Oh, and there's a Brian. He's throwing loads of names. Right, okay, and I need to, okay. If you've watched me for a while, my hair's been thinning. I'm with you, my lovely, sending healing on that one. As you know, if you've watched me before, I generally stay away from things like the Second World War, because it is such a, I say easy area, and I don't mean it like that. What I mean is it's a very common area to go to. But your lovely gentleman is making it known that he's got a group of friends, and he is talking to me about the Royal Legion, or whether he attended that type of, whether he was in the army or whether he went to the Royal Legion. Because as much as he's given me all these names, hang on 2 seconds, dog's trying to come in, sorry. I've got this group of names. He threw all these names, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure your name is not Tony David, Tony David, and the other guy's name I can't remember now. But there is something around about a group of men around him, whether that means he served or whether he went to the Royal Legion. I will pass it to you because it's the imagery he gave to me, but I don't know if that makes sense to you, Debs, but I'm still going to give it to you because you get everything anyway. Right, okay. I do apologise. Right, is there anything else for you? He has just popped in just to give you that reassurance, just to say he is around you, just propping you up and giving you that little bit of support that you might need at the moment. I know we all need our loved ones around us, whether they're in the spirit world or here, and he just wants to just give you that little bit of reassurance. And with that, I'm going to close your connection down. Thank you for feeding back. I do appreciate it. And I hope it's giving you some comfort and some upliftment. And just say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you, Debs. Hey. Well, I know I'm just about to go on to an advert, so I shall see you very shortly.
Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting our annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives through spiritual acts of kindness. Candidates can register and put themselves forward to be acknowledged. Viewers can also nominate who they feel should be recognized for an achievement. Exclusively broadcasted live on SPTV, with 100% of the public votes being announced on Saturday the 27th of May from 7:30 p.m. For more information, please visit awards.spiritualpsychicstv.online. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Are you planning a paid spiritual event, or looking for something to do this weekend? Then visit myspiritualevents.com. You can browse the listing, view the event details, watch a YouTube clip, look at a mini gallery, select dates and times, pay for tickets using PayPal or your debit card. Organizers can register for free and start selling tickets within minutes, be it for their online or in-person spiritual event. As an organizer, you will have access to your own admin dashboard, which will display information such as your income and your bookings, all in a simple and user-friendly display. It's free to use. Join and upgrade to an organizer. Come and visit us at myspiritualevents.com.
Join Ashley Robinson tomorrow night from 8 p.m. Ashley offers his spiritual philosophy while answering your questions.
Hello, right, I'm back, and actually Richard actually counted me in. Thank you, Richard. Right, okay, you see that there was on the advert that Ashley Robinson is going to be on tomorrow. That is now not happening, so Ashley won't be on there tomorrow, so there won't be a show tomorrow. So you just got to have me for your feel for a little bit longer. Also, you will see, if you've not had a look already, there is a poster, there is an image as a competition. You have your chance of being able to win a free one-to-one reading with one of the mediums on SPTV. Now, this is a beautiful imagery. Just scroll down the page, you will find it is a pale blue. There is a lady walking with the word believe underneath it, and she's got angels and she has got people above her. And all you've got to do in the competition is, what does that picture say to you? Just share your thoughts. What does that picture say to you? Now, I know what the picture says to me, but I'm not telling you because I'm not in the competition. So I'm not going to say. So have a look on that one. Like I said, it's free, an opportunity to win a reading with one of the SPTV presenters. So, hey, why not share your thoughts? Also, you will see that there is the nominations for the Recognition Awards for SPTV. Now, this does not exclusively go for SPTV presenters. You can nominate, I think I counted up, there's about 12 categories, I think, when I counted up. 13 categories. Okay, thank you, Richard. I was one out. There are 13 categories on there, and you can nominate any medium that you have watched or spiritual church or centre that you have attended that has inspired you, that you would like to nominate for an award. We had it last year and we had it the year before. So, oh no, we're in our second year, so we had it one last year. I will say I put my hands up on this. I have nominated myself after getting told to do it, not by Richard, obviously, by other people. So we need to have our nominations. So have a look on there. Richard will be sharing the link. You can click on it. You can nominate, like I said, anybody that is a medium that has inspired you. It does not have to be an SPTV presenter. Once we've got all our nominations in, we can then do the voting, and it'll be open to voting. But obviously we need people to vote for, and at the moment there's only 3 of us, so we need to have some more people on there. So please, if you know a medium you'd like to nominate, please do so. So that is that one. I'll tick the box about the other thing. So shall we go back to some messages? So let's do some more messages from spirit, from your past loved ones. So if Richard, if you can roll the dice and bring up some names, that would be absolutely amazing. I'll do some hellos whilst I'm doing it as well. Ah, lovely. Kaylee has said hello to Sue. That's lovely to see you. Kaylee saying hello to everybody. Hello, Neve. Lovely to see you. Hello, Rebecca. I love the little doggy on your profile. How beautiful. Where else are we going? Hello, Millie. Oh, Millie's had lots of lovely veg. Lucille, lovely to see you. I'm loving the owl imagery. It's beautiful. Hello, Kim, with all your little butterflies. Right. Right, stop. I just had the person in spirit scream. I know, that was Richard just went, that's very demanding, Claire. I'm like, I know, it's my show. No, I'm only joking. All of a sudden, I've just had a person in spirit and just go, stop. So I've got somebody here, okie dokie. Right, and I just got told I need to see Stacey Shaw. Stacey, I'd love to come and work you. It's the car alarms and the cat sets off the jumping on bonnets and hide it under the car belt. I haven't got a clue what you're going on, my lovely, but I'm guessing you're having a conversation with somebody else on YouTube. But I'd like to come and chat to you, Stacey, sure, if that's okay, please. So I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. Right, I've got a very, very strong lady here in spirit, and the first thing she's making me do is put my hand on my hip. I love how YouTube, you end up all having full-blown conversations. Richard Doctor keeps me updated. I heard you had conversations about crumpets one time on YouTube. Right, okay. So I've got my hands on my hip, and I know I've got this lady that's coming strong for you, Stacey. So Stacey, the first question is, are you okay for me to work with you? Because I know you was having a chinwag regarding animals. So hi, I love it. Oh, hi, wow, I love it. That's the type of thing I would do, Stacey. I go, oh, hello. Right, Stacey, as I said, I'd love to come and work with you if that's okay. And I've still got this woman put this hand on there. Brilliant. It's okay to work with you. Thank you very much. Like I said, I only ask because I do it in spiritual churches and centres. So the digital world, my lovely community here, you get the same treatment. Right, as I said, this lady still hasn't taken my hand off my hip. She's a very strong character. She does give me a feeling of being mum, so I will ask his mum in spirit. If not, I want to be, okay, if not, I want to be auntie. But I know I've got to recognise a very strong lady in her character. And like I said, if it's not mum, it would be mum's sister. There's an auntie in spirit. And I know I've got to, can I put my arm down, my lovely? No. Apparently I need to sort of sit there with a hand on my hip for the time being until you come back. Oh, apparently Richard said you can't see it. Well, that's no good, is it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to just, spirit, you can't fully take over. Right, okay. Right, let's come through. Right, the first thing, Stacey, I want to give you is, I don't know why, but I want to give you Garibaldi biscuits, squished fly biscuits, as we would call them as a kid. I've got to give you somebody liking Garibaldi biscuits or the biscuits with raisins in it. This is a memory. I don't know whether it's you that likes Garibaldi biscuits or whether somebody else, this lovely lady, likes them biscuits, but I know I've got the biscuits with the like squished raisins in it. So that's the first thing she's given me in here as well. Also, somebody likes Foxes. Somebody likes biscuits. Okay, somebody definitely likes biscuits because she's now given me Foxes strawberry cream, like this cream sandwich, the ones that got jam in it and a bit of cream biscuits in it. I need to recognise somebody liking biscuits, Stacey. Does that make sense to you, first of all, about the fascination with biscuits? I'm going to ask you, but I'm going to carry on as I'm going. Okay, my mum's all right then. As long as you know the character, that's fine. There's a similar, there must, okay, thank you. Why did I still need to recognise there's another lady there. Okay, and you used to love the Garibaldi biscuits. Yay! Okay, and somebody along the line will be having conversations whether they're called squashed fly biscuits. Okay, right. She's making me feel like I'm getting aching in my fingers. Now, I've recently noticed that I'm getting that as age, unfortunately, but she's also making me feel like they're, what I picked up yesterday is about stress in your hands at the moment. Thank you. And she's also drawing my attention to, for you, your neck aching. So I feel like at the moment, the way she makes me feel, and she's telling me, is that the world is on your shoulders. But I've got stress either in my hands, so Ava, she suffered with arthritis, but the neck ache, she makes me drawn to yourself, because she sort of says you've got the world on your shoulders at the moment. So I need to recognise this. And she's coming in to give you that bit of reassurance. First off, right, okay, and yes, thank you, my lovely. As she does that, she's then wrapping you up in pink. Oh, that's weird. She's wrapping you up in pink candy floss, and I literally doesn't mean. I know she's not. Thank you. And my gran used to love the Fox's biscuits. Excellent, thank you. Her biscuits are full of biscuits. Brilliant. We are in the biscuit front now. As much as I got the cat and candy floss, this is not. This is pink. This is like cotton. I want to wrap you up at the moment. She sort of says, I want to put like pink, caring, loving energy around you, and I want to wrap you up in cotton, not literally cotton candy floss, but I could see the cotton candy. So she wants to give you this warmth around you at the moment. Okay, there is a lot of love and care being sent to you from the spirit world, because as I wrap and I see this lovely pink around you, or for me, for you, I also see lots of green at the moment as well. So the two colours for healing and caring and self-care are coming for you. Okay, I don't know whether you are very into crystals. I am not a massive knowledge on crystals, but she keeps talking to me about, and I had the rose quartz and I had the venturing for you. I used to love the candy cross. Okay, that makes sense as well. But I also, for Stacey, I keep being given you hematite. So there's a little bit of them coming around to protect you at the moment. So, okay, no, wrap you up in cotton, okay. I want to wrap you up, I want to protect you, and I've got these three crystals. I've got my rose quartz, adventurine, and then I've got, what was it? She just took it away from me. You're replacing it with another crystal, are you? Okay. Right, I'm still within a dark crystal. I've got to change it to tourmaline, apparently, Stacey, because she just took that other crystal away. It was hematite, wasn't it? Yeah, she just took hematite away and just placed me tourmaline. So I know I'm in the protection side of it, because she just literally just took off the hematite away and just handed me with tourmaline. So I know I want to have that. Okay, not okay. I know I've got the. Thank you very much. I asked her, why did you take it away? She said, because hematite's too strong at the moment. We don't need another list. I have lots. Hematite's too strong. And she then brings in a tourmaline, because the tourmaline is a lot softer and a lot gentler. And I sound like I know lots of crystals, but I'm telling you, I just know my basic ones. But she's giving me this. It's like, hematite's too strong. That's why I'm giving you tourmaline. So there is protection around you at the moment as well. Okay. She also keeps telling me for you, I don't know whether you've got it or whether it's just something she keeps giving me the imagery. There used to be the thing where you used to be able to, we used to do it all now, but you used to flick over the calendar and there'd be like a positive word of the day, or there'd be a positive quote, because she's like, she needs a little bit more positivity each day to start the day. And it's like, what would be a positive quote? So I don't know whether you literally have that yourself. Okay, I understand. I use it for protection. Okie dokie, that makes sense then. I don't know whether you've got the little paper calendars. I know it's paper nowadays, more digital, that has the quotes, or whether you could find something that just uplifts you, because she's just coming in with this lot of affection. I know I had to feed you up with biscuits. Apparently, I needed to feed you up with some biscuits. But I know I want to give you some more positivity every day. Okay, well, we've done that. We've done all of that. Now we want to give you some months. August is important. Give me a month. She went, August is important. Birthday, passing, anniversary. Right, you give me a name. Can we have some more months first? Right, okay, she wants to tell me that August is important. I need to recognise this month is important. January, birthday, passing, anniversary. She also tells me what other month do you want to give me. I want to go and give you March as well. So I've got August, sorry, the way the calendars go, August, January and March as birthday, passing, anniversaries. I need to give you these months. She also keeps giving me the name Matthew. I hear Matthew more than I hear any other name. Matthew, Matthew, need to pass over. I also hear a James, Jamie. So I need to pass over these names to you as well. Okay. I also want to give you the name Bert. So an Albert, Bert, that's in spirit. That's definitely an older one. Positive every day when it's been rubbish. Okay, so they're around you, giving you this positive. She wants to help you feed this. Okay, well, I did wonder, but I was making sure. I was like, you're giving her all these biscuits. Auntie's birthday and my husband's passing. Okay, right. Right, your husband is stepping forward. I know you said about your husband's passing, and as you said, that I asked him, did he want to come forward? Because I am a direct medium as well, in the sense of I can ask past loved ones to come forward. I don't generally do it all the time, but I knew you'd put that there, and I was like, right, did he want to come forward? Just so you could just have a little bit of a message from him. Right, okay. I've got a gentleman that was was big, but came small. He makes me feel that he was quite a broad gentleman, but then became quite small, or he became withdrawn. So I don't know whether he means physically. Thank you. I don't know whether he means physically. He was a big gentleman, and then when he was poorly, he became smaller, he lost weight, or whether he was a big gentleman but then became withdrawn, because I can see a broadness with this gentleman. I tell you how he makes me feel. He makes me feel very safe, very protected, like a big teddy bear. So I want to recognise a big teddy bear. I also want to give you the name Rob. I don't know whether that's him or whether that would be a name that he knows, or somebody in spirit, because I know I want to recognise a Robert. Okie dokie, not my grandhusband's passing. Okay, but I've got this gentleman, so I recognise it. But this gentleman is a big gentleman. He's talking about being a protector. He's talking about being quite thin. I know I've got the name Robert in there, so I need to recognise this passing of this gentleman. I'm not going to change it because I know you said not my grandhusband's passing. I'm not going to change it. I know there is a gentleman of of your husband's generation, of that generation. I'm not gonna, okay, yes, that's my granddad. Okay, right, fair enough. I'm not gonna change it. I'll carry on with the description of the character because I don't want to be changing things from the way the energy came through. But I know I want to do this here. I've also got, I've got like a lumberjack type of jacket. I've got like, you know, a terry toweling type of jacket I need to recognise, the checkered type of jacket, so I need to recognise that there. So I don't know whether, well, yeah, I'm going to give it to you because it's like a lumberjack jacket, the ones where it's all checkered and it's got that terry toweling jacket over here. Right, okay. What else do you want to come forward for you? Right, they are just coming in to give you that reassurance. I've got to give you the name Thomas, Thomas. I know I had the Robert and I need to give Tom or Thomas to you as well, Stacey. I just said to me, give me a name she can take as well. So he's given me Tom and Thomas for you. There is just, like we said with the crystals and from the lovely lady, there is a lot of love and affection around you. They are giving you that upliftment and they're giving you that comfort, and they just want to give you the reassurance just to sort of try and look every day as positive as you can. And with that, Stacey, I shall say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your lovely people in spirit. I hope that gentleman makes sense to you as well. And I'll just say thank you very much. Yes, I can understand lumberjack. Thank you. I'm glad it made sense. I was like, okay, right, let's make sure we know where we are then, if I've got my relationship wrong. And Stacey, I'm going to let you go back to chatting to everybody on YouTube about whatever you was chatting about, and say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. Right, okay. Way down the line. Okay, as long as I just said to give you something for you to take, and yes, Bram, yes, I can take a Thomas way down the line. I'm so glad, Stacey. Just know that they are around you, giving you that love and assurance. I need my fringe trimmed. Right, where am I going next? Right, stay there, please. Can I go with Julie Kane Campbell, please, Richard? So I'd love to come work with Julie Kane Campbell. Julie, you took a long time to do all them hearts, my lovely. So I want to come with you. And the first thing I've got with you, I don't know where it comes from just yet. Sometimes your loved ones will just start throwing me information before I've even got to the relationship. I can't give you being a florist. Either you're a florist or somebody is just giving you flowers, or there is floristry around you, because all of a sudden I can see you with a van as a florist. So I don't know whether you ever wish to be a florist, or whether somebody is a florist or is very good at flower arranging. That's the first thing I'm being given, Julie. So first of all, I will ask, does that have any bearing? Does that make any sense to you? And I'll carry on. As you're also carrying on, I still haven't got a clue who this person is. They're not making their energies known just yet. We will get to that part. I also want to give you the name, Julie. I want to give you the name Kath, Kathy, Katie. I can hear a Kath, Catherine, Katie. There's that name as well for you, Julie. So I will ask whether that name makes sense. Let me, whilst you're coming back to tell me, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about being a florist. Let me see what else is coming through for you. Right, okay, I want to give two for you as well. This person's still not telling me who they are just yet. You're going to tell me who you are, please. And right, stop, Claire. Right, can I have who you are? Right, I've got a lady with me, Julie. I do sometimes look away. It's just to allow me to get that link stronger. Right, I've got this lady with me. She gives me a feeling of being mum. Is she's not? No, yes. She's your, okay. She's your mum. She makes me feel like she's your mum, but I keep getting drawn with this like a sister. So I don't know whether I've got two ladies in spirit at the moment, because their energies, the information's coming through, but the energy, no, to Kathy, it's not a problem. Don't worry, hold on to the name. It may well be something that's coming through. I've got a sister, I've got a motherly love, but I've got a sisterly love. So I need to recognise a motherly, sisterly love. So I don't know whether there's a lady in spirit that was like your mother, that was your mother, or a bit like your sister. I'm really sorry if that sounds really, really weird. Okay, mum's in spirit. But would mum be like your sister? Because I've got a sisterly vibe around this mum as well, Julie. And I generally don't ask that question. Right, right, okay. That thank you. Thank you very much, Julie. I'll tell you what it was. I do feel like mum was a bit like your sister at times. And then I had mum, and I could feel this mum vibe, but I could feel this sister vibe, and they were like that. And when they're like that in their energies, it's a bit harder to try and unpick what's going through. So thank you very much. It just helps me now go, okay, that's who I'm chatting to. Don't worry about the name Kathy. Don't worry a name about florist, or it may well fit in later, and it might even be that you get a bunch of flowers soon, and you'll be like, ah, I got some flowers. Right, okay, let's come through and get you some names in here. Right, I need to give you an old-fashioned name. I do apologise, but I need to give you the name Margaret. Margaret more than a Mary, but I know I want to pass it over to Margaret. Okay, what else? I've got right, okay, come through. What else do I want? I've got to put an Irish connection somewhere along with you, or a Celtic connection. There is an Irish link somewhere in the family, because I've just put in it green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better have a party on the day that I die. That's the new George Ezra song. So I don't know whether the name, didn't need Richard for that one. I don't know whether you can take the name George, or whether, I know that song is everywhere at the moment, so unfortunately it's going to be one of them ones that if you hear it, it's an obvious one. But I know I've got green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better have a, Margaret's my sister, okay, Dave. You better dance to the day that I die. Right, okay, right. The song's out at the moment a lot, but just hold it, because it will play. We know it's going to play because it's a current song at the moment. But I know I need to recognise it as some form of an Irish or a green connection. Right, okay. There was a conversation about previously with your mum, and I don't know if it's between your mum or you and your sister-in-law, because all of a sudden they keep placing loads of cutlery. George is my mother's brother. Okay, there's the George. That's why we like to sometimes get the song that makes sense. Brilliant, thank you. Sometimes I am now realising songs can mean the singers. I've got in front of me what they would have had once upon a time, an older box with all the silverware, like all the nice knife and forks. So I don't know whether you've been talking about you've lost loads of knife and forks, which, where do they go? They go into a dishwasher and disappear, I'm pretty sure, a bit like socks. So I don't know whether you've been talking about somebody needed some cutlery, or whether you have a memory of your mum or your nan having the cutlery in the box, the nice box where they had all the nice knife and forks. I can just see this silverware. So I'm passing it over, because I know I need to pass these things over to you, even if they don't make sense to you. Right, okay. I need to recognise April's important. It's a birthday party and an anniversary, because I've just been given a song, dip, 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 little April showers. So I know I need to give April as important as a birthday party or anniversary. So April's important. I've just been told the 4th is important. The 4th would be a birthday party and an anniversary in or around the 4th. It may not be connected to the months that I give you, but I know I need to recognise the 4th is important, so I need to pass that over. If it doesn't fit with a birthday party or anniversary, just hold it, because it may well come through and thinks, always I told you, teaspoons disappear, knives and forks, they all go in a dishwasher, and the dishwasher fairy pinches them probably. Right, okay, so that makes sense. Right, so I've got the April for you. I know I've got the 4th, so hold the 4th if that doesn't make any sense just yet, unless it's a door number, because I keep seeing the 4 for you. Right, okay. What other months? I need to give you October's important birthday party and anniversary, and I need to go to December as well. December's important. So we had April, I just got to do something, April, October and December, a birthday party and anniversaries. She takes me back to the 4, so the 4 is important. It would mean either you're one of 4, or whether mum was one of 4, or whether there is 4 grandchildren, or there's 4 children in total. I know the 4 is important, because she keeps telling me the 4 is important. Okay, I also want to recognise lots of blue around you at the moment as well, because she's just drawing to me about the colour blue. So either you love blue, or somebody loves the colour blue for you. So she's just passing on these little bits to know that she's around you. Right, okay. She's talking to me about that she has been around you, and she's just giving you sort of a bit of a G up. Okay, regarding about something, either you or you're helping somebody regarding, I'm one of the 4, so the 4 is important. Okay, thank you. Brilliant. And I just needed the four is really important. She is giving you a bit of a G up. There is something around you that either you're helping somebody or yourself, and you're umming and ahhing whether to get on with it. Now, unfortunately, spirits do our past loved ones come in and tell us off, because there is something that you're postponing, or you're not too sure whether to go forward in, because she talks to me about there should be movement in Julie's life. Okay, my son who passed loved blue. Okay, thank you, my lovely. She said there's some movement that needs to happen around you. Okay. As you said about your young man, I see a young man and he comes in with spiky blonde hair. I can see spiky blonde hair around a person in spirit as well. So I need to got spiky blonde hair for you, Julie. But she is talking to me about you postponing something, but you need to sort of move forward. Okay, come through in here. I need to give you the names Jamie. I also need to give you the name Ben as well. The pilot's just been told he's got cancer. I don't know. I am. Okay, my lovely. I'm sure everybody here in SPTV and me is sending you and your husband lots of love and healing for you. It's horrible to be poorly, and I'm sorry he is. So she is talking to me about sort of making decisions that need to be made. The lovely young man is here. Like I said, I know I had the name Jamie and I know I had the name Ben. Right, okay. Your lovely young man tells me that he's still full of life in spirit. Okay, thank you. He's still full of life in spirit. Okay, because he's me. I'm still going. So he wants to recognize that he is still going. So there is a sense of him going, whoosh. I keep seeing him going whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So he's still going. So he wants to let you know he's still going, Mum. I'm still full of life, is what he's saying. Okay, so I don't know how old he was when he passed and you worried about him having life, because he turned around and said, Mum, I'm still going. Right, okay. He also wants you to stop. Okay, thank you. Okay. Right, as you want to put, I'm good. Right, okay, just get him to give me the right words. He didn't let on everything. He said, you couldn't know it all. So there's a feeling that he was a young man. Kids, young men, even when they're free, they probably think that they're young men. I know my 13-year-old daughter thinks she's a woman. Because your son's coming saying, Mum, you can't have known everything. So there is either he wasn't completely open to you, or something that happened around his passing that you wasn't too sure about. Because he says, Mum, you couldn't have known everything. So there is a feeling of just reminding you that you couldn't know everything. Okay. He's also given me I know this one. He's given me Fleetwood Mac. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Oh, shush. Richard just been. I could do it the other way, but my throat is getting croaky. So you're lovely. Shush. So Richard just told me he's being mean to me and he tells me to get on with it, but your lovely son's laughing at me. So he's got Richard's sense of humour, because Richard just went to me, you need singing lessons. Thanks, Richard. But your son in spirit is laughing his head off at me, because he would be a sarky so-and-so. So your lovely son has got Richard's sense of humour with the sarkiness, because he's going, yeah, he's right. She can't sing. So I want to recognise the Fleetwood Mac, You Can Go Your Own Way. So hold that song, because it may well play unless somebody likes Fleetwood Mac. Okay. Right, as you're coming through here, don't know why he's given it to me, Julie, but I've got a tray bake of cakes. So I don't know whether he liked a tray bake of cakes, or whether something to do with his passing at his funeral, or whether you've done a tray bake of cakes. It's just a tray bake of cakes. And I've got to recognise brownies, chocolate brownies, chocolate chips, brownies, chocolate brownies, because he's talking tray bake, brownies, chocolate chips. I've got to give that. I don't know whether that was his favourite food, or whether there's something that you would be able to reckon it. Okay. I've also got to give you the name Martin. He keeps talking to me about Martin, but then I heard Martin, or Martine. So I want to pass that over to you, name to you as well, Julie. Okay. And he would take the mickey out of me. So even in spirit, they take the mickey out of me. Right, okay. Is there anything else for you? Okay, how do I put that? Right, I've got, right, let me find the right way of putting that, my lovely young man. Right. Julie, I'm going to try and find this because you're lovely. Okay, just got me to make some cakes. Okay, that's it. Can you just show me these around you? Right. Your lovely past loved ones are very direct, and all of them are. And we as the mediums have to try and make sure we put this in the right way. There's been conversations regarding seeing him, but I mean as in seeing him in the spirit world. And what he's coming through is, and he's making me, don't make me emotional, sir. Right. What he's trying to say though is, you see me now. So for you, Julie, and your husband, just know that you do see him. He does come in your dreams and he does come in your visits, but someone must have had a conversation about seeing him in the spirit world. And he is like, but you see me now. So don't think like that. Okay, sir. And I hope I want to get that across as sensitively and as tenderly as possible, because he's like, don't think like that. You see me here. You don't need to see me in the spirit world. And I wanted to put that as tenderly and as gently as possible, Julie, because I know there is a lot of emotion behind it, and your lovely son just wants to give that reassurance that, Mum, you've seen me here. You don't need to see me in the spirit world. But I don't know whether it's yourself that's had that conversation, or it's either you or someone has put a thought to the spirit world, because he's like, I just want to reassure her. Right, okay. And he's just turned around and said, and he completely switches it. He doesn't like that feeling of being sadness, because he just turned around and said, because I can watch the football from up there and see the scores. So there is either the football or the sport and the results. Because he's just turned around and said, because I can watch from up there down here, and he can see all the results and the football. And I don't know if it's the football results or the sports results, my lovely. Okay, my lovely. Yeah. I'm just going to leave it on that subject, because I know that you've been down a lot and really like, he doesn't want to go there anymore. He wants to now bring you back up and have a laugh. Right, okay. And as he then gives me a memory, you're going to have to take it away. I've got blueberries, blackberries. I don't know whether you used to go blackberry or somebody loves blueberries, because all of a sudden I can see an image of the blackberries and blueberries, and I can see it all over my fingers, the staining. So I'm giving you that as a memory, because it does give me a memory. It may be something you just got to hold for later, because all of a sudden I can see all the blueberries. And yeah, so okay, right, okay. So anything else for you? Right, okay. Right. With that, Julie, is there anything else, young man? He just wants to come in just to give you that reassurance, to say about him being, don't worry about being there. Be here, my lovely. I hope that gives you that comfort and upliftment from both people in spirit, just to give you that reassurance, and to reassurance to everybody else that the spirits, our loved ones are here. They haven't gone anywhere. They are with us constantly. And I hope, Julia, it's given you some comfort and upliftment for you to be able to take away and say thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. Right, we have now come to the end of the show. I do hope that you've all enjoyed this show. Make sure you check out on the channel and on the Facebook page the actual channel on YouTube and also online to see who is on next. At the moment, I am filling until the lovely Bill returns, so you won't see me this week. Next week, you'll see me the week after, because I am fortnightly. And just say, make sure that you all have a smashing day, a smashing evening. Take care and look after yourself. And I shall say, have a lovely evening and take care, and say good night.